Hi, I'm Rick Green. I think I may have accidentally stumbled upon the most moving and profound description of the costs of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It was written by a poet over 120 years ago. This poet was born in England in 1874, raised in Scotland. He wrote his first poem at age 6. He attended top schools, got into banking, but at the age of 20, his restlessness compelled him to travel to Canada to become a cowboy. He arrived after the gold rush, but drew upon it for inspiration in his work, and he became the Bard of the Yukon. He published many collections of poetry, 2 autobiographies, and 6 novels, a number of which were turned into movies or short films. He even played a poet in a Marlene Dietrich film, The Spoilers. His name was Robert William Service, and during his lifetime, Robert Service roamed the world, visiting places like Cuba, Alberta, British Columbia, Paris, Louisiana, France was where he finally settled. Service was at times a shipping clerk, a banker, cowboy, poet, novelist, screenwriter, war correspondent, and during World War I, an ambulance driver. If you have ADHD, you can see where this is going. Now, I stumbled upon this particular poem when I was looking for a much longer poem to improve my memory. You see, I used to think that the secret to a good memory was to keep your head empty, to not overload it. Lots of free space, lots of memory space, storage space. But then I got to work with Dave Farrow. Dave is a Guinness Book of World Records memory champion. He has this metal silver suitcase with 59 decks of cards in it. Each deck is shuffled, and you could name any card in any deck, 23rd card in the deck 39. And as he took a moment to work through his memory, and he had a whole system for keeping it straight, you would find the deck and you would open it and pull out the cards and you'd start counting 23, 24. And by the time you got to 23, he would have already said 7 of clubs, and it would be the 7 of clubs. Dave was the one who told me that memory is like a muscle. You use it and it gets stronger, it gets better. So I was looking for Robert Service's well-known whimsical poem, The Cremation of Sam McGee, to memorize, to improve my memory. And now I have it on my phone so I can practice it whenever I have a moment. Far better for my brain than scrolling through horrifying news stories. Anyway, I found a website with a lot of his poems on it, and one title caught my eye, The Men Who Don't Fit In. Now, I'm going to read it. Some of the terms haven't aged well, politically incorrect now, but I think the message still applies to all genders who struggle with ADHD, the people who don't fit in. And I think it captures the experience of living with undiagnosed ADHD. There's a race of men that don't fit in, a race that can't sit still. So they break the hearts of kith and kin, and they roam the world at will. They range the field and they rove the flood, and they climb the mountain's crest. Theirs is the curse of the gypsy blood, and they don't know how to rest. If they just went straight, they might go far. They are strong and brave and true, but they're always tired of things that are, and they want the strange and new. They say, could I find my proper groove, what a deep mark I would make. So they chop and change, and each fresh move is only a fresh mistake. And each forgets as he strips and runs with a brilliant, fitful pace. It's the steady, quiet, plodding ones who will win in the lifelong race. And each forgets that his youth has fled, forgets that his prime is past, till he stands one day with a hope that's dead in the glare of the truth at last. He has failed, he has failed, he has missed his chance. He has just done things by half. Life's been a jolly good joke on him, and now is the time to laugh. Ha ha, he is one of the legion lost. He was never meant to win. He's a rolling stone and it's bred in the bone. He's a man who won't fit in. First time I read this, I broke down crying for myself and for so many people who suffered for so long. And to me, as moving and sad this is, it's a powerful motivator to get this handled, to minimize the downside, maximize the upside, and find the place where you fit in. Let me know what you think in the comments, what the poem says to you, and please like and share, subscribe, and you can join me here on YouTube or on Patreon. Become a supporter. The links are in the description. You can tap into a wonderful community of wonderful people who found a place to fit in.